What is going on? It is Nate the Game Guy coming back with another video at hand, and guys, it is official. On January 21st, 2025, just a few days ago, I had this channel up and running for 1 full year. I gotta say, this has been a very interesting and crazy ride here on YouTube with the channel. And I want to do a little bit of some reflecting on some interesting moments here on the channel and also discuss the future plans of the channel. I'm not going to discuss about the future plans of my game room and my game collecting goals because I already have a video all about that you guys can check out right here if you haven't watched it already. And also a little bit of a disclaimer that I want to throw out there before I dive right into this video. I'm going to be doing this all in one take. So if I repeat myself or stumble over words, trip on words, and just am not really perfect at speaking, just know that this was all done in one take. So of course, without further ado, let's dive right into this video subject and reflect a little bit on some interesting moments here on the channel and discuss some of the future plans of this channel right here, right after the intro. Alright, so I think I should start from the beginning when it comes to reflecting on the channel, right? So I wanted to start this channel a long time ago. I just didn't do it because I had a few concerns of mine that I just kept putting it off when it came to starting the channel. And I had a really good buddy of mine that finally talked me into it to start the channel, start making videos, showing off the game room, all that wonderful stuff. And I will say I was very pleasantly surprised at how well the channel did in the beginning. I certainly gained a lot of subscribers pretty fast, and I certainly got a lot of views pretty fast within the beginning. However, in terms of really exponential growth and fast growth, I have to give credit to my disc rot video. There were a lot of people already here on YouTube that talked about the subject of disc rot. And of course, being a channel where I like to share not only my game collection and the game room, but also share tips and useful knowledge when it comes to game collecting, I thought this was a video that I should do. I wasn't expecting it to be as well as it did. Right now to sitting over 100,000 views, which I think is insane. I really do. Especially since there's already been plenty of people out there already that have already talked about the subject here on YouTube. And before I made the video, this was a concern of mine that I had for a long time with game collecting and all that stuff. So for a while I paused game collecting because of the concern of disc rot. So I did a lot of research and reading and a lot of watching of videos of people talking about the subject, and that's when I decided to compile everything I know into that one video. The video wasn't perfect. I kept saying words like actually and interestingly. Too much was just because I was recording them as separate different segments. So it wasn't until once I got the video uploaded, I realized I need to watch how many times I say certain words, right? But I guess that's part of growing here on YouTube. And I would say more than half of my subscribers came from that video, which I think is pretty crazy. Also, to some of my most interesting and memorable moments here on YouTube as well was I made a video where I talked about some of my favorite game rooms here on YouTube. And one of them that I mentioned was Gamer Amer's game room. I've watched a lot of Gamer Amer's videos over the years on some of my other YouTube accounts where I just used them as just watch stuff. I didn't actually like post content or whatever. So I've been following her for quite a while. So when I decided to make that video where I talked about, hey, here are my favorite game rooms here on YouTube, I was very pleasantly surprised that she ended up commenting on that video, and I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty taken back that she commented and saw the video. And I think it's super awesome that she even subscribed to me too, and because after all, she is one of my favorite game room channels here on YouTube. So if you haven't heard of Gamer Amer or watched Gamer Amer, please go check her out. She has an amazing game room and some pretty interesting content as well. So please go check her out if you haven't done so already. Also, of course, just like some of my other YouTube accounts, because I also had some YouTube accounts before in the past where I did upload content, but this was like this is actually the first YouTube channel where people are seeing my face. They get to see what I look like, all that stuff, right? And of course, since I'm no stranger to hate comments on YouTube, some of them, I have to say, gave me a pretty good laugh, and they have stuck out to me quite a bit. Not in a way where it's like, oh, it's like causing me to like stunt my growth, or I feel like offended or like whatever, right? Right? They're just sticking out to me. It's just because some of them are just so funny. And I mean, let's face it, if you're somebody that posts content on social media and even comments on social media, it's only a matter of time before, you know, somebody throws something at you. So it's just kind of one of those things you just kind of have to be prepared for when it comes to posting content. And I will say too, speaking about haters, I want to talk about the flip side of things, talk about people that enjoy my content, comment, all that wonderful stuff, right? I remember there were two guys that commented on my videos and one of my community posts. Forgive me if I'm not remembering your name. So I do have to say, I remember that they would say, hey, you know, you're like my favorite YouTube channel out there. And to me, I think that's insane, right? Is because there are plenty of other game room channels here on YouTube that, in my opinion, are leaps and bounds better than mine. After all, there's Metal Jesus Rocks, right? He's an OG when it comes to the game collecting scene here on YouTube. And Metal Jesus is a massive inspiration for the type of content that I post here on YouTube. I would give full credit. In fact, I'm going to give full credit to Metal Jesus for, you know, being a big inspiration of me saying, you know what, this is what I want to do here on YouTube. Because I remember I've watched so many of his videos and I'm like, I want to dip my toes in the water when it comes to this. But I think the fact that there are people that think that I am their favorite pick for their favorite channel here on YouTube, I think I'm honestly blown away. It's because, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm honored and I'm truly grateful, but I just don't think that, I'm sorry, and I'm not saying this to put myself down or whatever, but I just don't think that I'm that good. But thank you for disagreeing with me on that. And I think it also makes sense too, when talking about inspirations, I do want to talk about a little bit too about Pete Dorr. Because if it wasn't for Pete Dorr, I don't know if I would be standing in a game room surrounded by games and consoles and collectibles and other video game memorabilia, right? I mean, it was a very long time ago that I came across Pete Dorr's channel. And I was just looking up just stuff on YouTube just out of boredom. And I came across his channel and I was like, I gotta do that. I have to do that. And I do think that Pete Dorr has the more impressive collection, me personally, but that's okay. I mean, after all, I'm not here to copy anybody, right? I'm just here to do my own thing. And if I see somebody doing something cool, I can do that cool thing, but have my own personal touch to it, if that makes sense. Right. So I think in terms of some of my reflections, those are some of the things that stick out to me the most. Those are what stick out to me the most. Now, of course, I have to talk about the future of this channel. So let me talk about the short term of this channel, right? So one thing I've noticed was I uploaded 2 videos about the Wii. Why you should collect for the Wii, problems collecting for the Wii. And I do want to give a special shout out to Homeward Desert 1 because he reached out to me and he wanted me to make those videos, which I had no problem doing, is because I do enjoy collecting for the Wii. There are some pros and some cons when it comes to collecting for the Wii. So, I thought it was a good recommendation that I share some of my thoughts and opinions and what I know here on the channel when it comes to collecting for the Nintendo Wii. So, considering I've had a little bit of success with that topic, I'm going to see if I can dive in more into some Wii-related videos here on the channel within the short term. Now, in the long term of this channel, right, I'm sure it should come as no surprise to anybody. I'm basically planning to do is just keep doing what I'm doing. Of course, I do want people to let me know, hey, should I do something to increase the video quality or the audio quality, right? I've had some people say that it should get better. Other people say that it's good the way it is, and a little bit mixed in between. So if you have any thoughts, if you think I should upgrade like the video quality, like, I don't know, get a better camera or whatever, because I'm literally recording this with an iPhone 13, and I don't think it's the best quality, but I think it gets the job done. And I'm not using a lavalier microphone or like one of those microphones that you clip on here or all that. I just haven't found one that I personally like. I've tried a few of them, a few wireless ones. I just can't really find one that I like, me personally. So if you guys have any thoughts on the matter, drop them down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. And also just kind of with the long term of the channel, I also want to experiment with a few different things when it comes to the subject of game collecting and the game room. So of course, if you guys have any suggestions when it comes to what type of content I should post on the channel, please let me know. I'm always open to recommendations and constructive criticism, especially as long as it's not in the form of hate. It's criticism that's meant to be constructive and meant to help grow the channel. Just be like, hey Nate, this type of content just ain't it. You should do something else, or you should play this type of music instead, or do this instead, or whatever. Please let me know, because I'm not trying to be perfect, but I do want to provide a relatively interesting and entertaining experience to everybody that stops by the channel. So that's what I gotta say when it comes to my reflections and the future of this channel. I really hope that you guys really do enjoy the channel. I am very appreciative of each and every one of you that really do support the channel. It does mean a lot. I'm very grateful. I don't think I can say that enough times. So again, thank you very much. I can't wait to hear from you guys, see what you guys have to say, because like I said, I only plan to keep moving forward here on the channel. So of course, I'll be seeing you guys really soon. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out my video. Please be sure to check out these videos here, here, and here. After all, I post a lot of content when it comes to game collecting tips, and other video game related subjects. So be sure to keep an eye out every Monday and Friday where I upload consistently, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.